Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Adi and today we are here with top 4 of the XDL. Last week we took on Joe UX9 in top 8 and ended up winning that, so here we are, one win away from making it to the finals of my first ever draft league. Our opponent this week is none other than Colin TheBattleRoom hire. He is a fantastic player. He's gotten so many regional top cuts. He's gotten top 4 at Worlds, and most recently he got top 6 in the North American Players Cup 3 with the same team that I used to get top 6 in that tournament. We actually built the team together and have a team report on my channel. And as a content creator, he primarily streams on Twitch, and when he does make YouTube content, it is so high quality and so informative. So make sure to follow him on Twitch and YouTube. Links are in the description. So, we played Colin back in week 1 of XDL, and things have really gone full circle, I guess. He actually had a really rough start to the season. He started 2-4 before finishing the season with 4 straight wins to make playoffs. And he needed every single one of those. 6-4 made playoffs, 5-5 did not. I think that what really changed for him is that he stopped trying to play VGC. If you look at our first set, he basically built what is just a VGC team with his Pokemon and a bunch of really standard sets, and managed to beat him because I had Heatcry Stack-Attacka, which really threw him for a loop. It took him a couple weeks before he really figured out he couldn't do that. He had to game plan very specifically for his opponent, and once he started doing that and building these really creative teams, the results really speak for himself. Like I said, he is such an accomplished player, so if he's not at a matchup disadvantage, he's going to be really hard to beat. The main damage dealers for his team are the Zapdos, Nihilego, and the Blastoise. He's also got a Grimmsnarl, which is a really versatile Pokemon, and Togetic as a powerful form of redirection. Those can let him try to set up Blastoise with Shell Smash. He can rely on screens and just residual damage to wear teams out. Or he can just max off the bat with Lagging Tail and Fake Tears and redirection to make it really hard to hit his damage dealer. He's got 3 potential body press users as well. I don't think Kubo is going to show up because, again, we have 2 fairy types and one of them is a Togekiss. But Ferrothorn and Turtonator could definitely both or either show up. And we do have some responses to both of them. Now, in my video for week 1, I talked about how, in practice, I could not consistently beat Weakness Policy Rhydon. And he didn't bring that Pokemon at all against me, which worked out in my favor. But he hasn't changed his roster at all the entire season. And so a lot of my prep from then is still valid. However, my roster has changed significantly. The main difference now is that we have Nidoking and Jinx, both of which are going to be huge in this matchup. So looking at my team, the primary Dynamax is going to be a Weakness Policy Togekiss. The Zapdos and the Nihilego both can hit it pretty hard. The Blastoise normally has an Ice move, Rhydon could Rock Slide it, and Ferrothorn can Gyro Ball it. There are a lot of ways that he could proc my Weakness Policy, and of course, I have Sludge Wave on Thundurus as well. But the real reason I'm running this is because of my fear of his Trick Room mode. We realize that unless he's very specially bulky, Sludge Wave and a +2 Dazzling Gleam will always KO Hatterene around a potential redirection user. So, instead of trying to weather the storm in Trick Room, we're just going to outright deny it. And if Trick Room goes up, we might be in a really rough spot. But the speed stat is somewhat metagamey. The Togekiss is naturally a couple points faster than Blastoise, but I didn't want to run max speed Modest to outspeed all of the Modest Blastoise because then I have no bulk. So instead, I went and looked at every single Blastoise set he's brought throughout the entire season and wrote down the speed stats. He has gone timid a couple times, but beyond that, the fastest he's gone ever is 120 speed. And so I'm speed creeping this a little bit, hitting 122. 120 is also the benchmark to outspeed Thundurus at +1 speed, so he could very reasonably run that, and if multiple things want to hit that, he could run 121 on something as well. The Thundurus has Eerie Impulse because it wants to shut down Zapdos if he goes with that route, or just a Nihilego as well. I think he has learned how powerful this move was, and it's probably good to go with Physical Blastoise this week because he can't afford to lose to Eerie Impulse like he was pressured a lot in week 1. Also, Jinx also wall special Blastoise, so he's really not allowed to go special. If he does try to abuse another Pokemon that's not Blastoise, and he does have to bring other damage dealers, Eerie Impulse should be really effective there. Electroweb is just generally really good speed control. Thundurus naturally outspeeds his entire team. The speed stat outspeeds Nihilego by a point, and this lets us outspeed everything else with my other Pokemon. The Taunt is there primarily for Togetic, but it also has applications against Iron Defense users if I want to stop them from setting up. In week 1, I ran Triple Taunt and also used it to hit the Grimmsnarl potentially, but this move is really good in general against his team because he always has a support Pokemon in the field, and I can kind of deny the support Pokemon, but I couldn't afford to run Triple Taunt this week. I'm just kind of going a little more aggro. Nidoking is pretty standard. It's just the best answer I have to Nihilego. It's also the best answer to Turtonator if he decides to bring that. And if I deny Trick Room, it's also a response to Rhydon as well. Substitute was really good in testing. I'm hoping I don't miss Flamethrower if Ferrothorn positions itself really well, but hopefully the 2 other fire moves on the team and also Earth Power gets me there. The speed stat outspeeds the other possible Blastoise benchmark, which is 135 speed, which would let him outspeed +1 Thundurus after a Shell Smash if I Dynamax with Thundurus. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but he might prepare for that. And I want Nidoking to outspeed basically any Blastoise because, otherwise it kind of goes down to Blastoise. The Urshifu is actually the secondary Dynamax on this team. I think it pretty much walls any Blastoise set. And with an AV, there isn't a ton you can do to hit it. I think that if I get Max Knuckles off, especially with Electro Web as help, it could very easily get me there to that big W. I think that ideally we're not maxing this into a Max Zapdos, but even if we have to, Eerie Impulsing, it will help with that. It's also really important that this doesn't get affected by Gmax Cannonade, because that could very easily make our team easy to push through. And Urshifu, if it's on the field while Gmax Cannonade is going, means that it's only doing half as much damage as it normally would. The Jinx is on the team because it is immune to water. That's it. That's why it's there. It doesn't resist Cannonade, unfortunately, so if it gets Cannonade off, the Focus Sash might go down pretty easily and it only gets to take 1 hit, but it can switch into Cannonade, which is pretty good. It also pretty much walls special with Blastoise, but physical Blastoise can still do a lot of stuff back. On the other hand, its move pool is pretty much perfect to hit everything but Blastoise. Ice Beam hits Togetic, Zapdos, and Rhydon. Psyshock hits Nihilego, and granted, all those things hit it back really hard, but that's what the Sash is for, I guess. If we get speed control up, then hopefully Jinx can put in work. Lovely Kiss is also a good move, and there's no Fake Out. I figured that there weren't a ton of profitable times I would be able to click Fake Out because the games in practice were going so quickly. It was just so Dynamax focused, 5-turn games. Fake Out isn't really good into a Dynamax Pokemon. It isn't really good into Ferrothorn. And so instead I opted for Trick Room to try to counteract Shell Smash or Max Airstreams in case he does manage to find a way to get speed control. And then finally, I know you guys have been waiting for this, we have the Snorlax. And yes, that is Fire Blast Snorlax. In his video from week 1, he talked about how much of a problem Snorlax was for him. So I figured I really should bring it since he has to focus it down. However, Belly Drum, it doesn't really fit with the team, so instead I went for a more supportive set. Yawn is going to be really valuable, especially if he tries to Dynamax early or just play too aggressively into what he perceives to be a really big threat. High Horsepower is a good move into endgames in Nihilego or Rhydon, and then Fire Blast is to KO Ferrothorn in the endgame. I'm still debating between High Horsepower and Curse. I think I'm going High Horsepower. That's currently what I have in game. And this is Mon 6. I didn't really have another Mon that I wanted to bring. I didn't think Heat Crash stack would work twice, especially since it needs the Life Orb, and that's on the Nidoking if I'm going to max it. Hopefully Snorlax will catch him off guard if we bring it, but if nothing else, I think it will force him off his most powerful lead choices just by being in Team Preview. So that's all I got for team building. I'm looking forward to seeing what Colin has in store for us, and either way, it should be a good game. All right, here it is, top 4. It's currently a Sunday morning, and I'm playing in the Desafio Latam circuit tournament, the first tournament of their circuit, and so I had a top cut. So I'm gonna have to play top cut in theoretically 25 minutes if I get a bye, and then like an hour. But so I'm just chilling. Hopefully this doesn't go too long. Again, we both have pretty aggressive teams. We both really want to play hyper offense. So I don't think it will. But I really don't want to. I really don't want this to overlap. And I guess if I do well, you might see another team report from me. It's been a while since I've done my own team reports. So and if not, I might just have to keep working on the team. But okay, jumping right into it. We see mostly. So no Trick Room mode, which I thought that we had a really good matchup into the Trick Room mode, so I would have liked to have seen it actually, which is a little surprising. We see 2 potential Iron Defense users. One thing that I will say is that the Komodo is not something that I expected at all, and there was something that I think it's base 85 speed, and then Nidoking is also base 85 speed. And I didn't run max speed Nidoking. I ran 244 because I didn't think I needed it. So if he's running max speed Adamant Komodo, this might come back to bite me. But let's see what we can do. So let's So I guess, let's see. So Neoligo is going to be annoying. I think he's going to try to set up Blastoise game 1, like this is normally what he would do. I want to like yawn it ideally, but I don't think I get the chance if he has Togetic. So instead, I think I want to just like go for the KO on Togetic, which like Electro Up Sludge Bomb would do. So we're gonna lead Togekiss and Thundurus. I think that's just gonna be the safest lead here. Nidoking definitely wants to show up, and then the last is going to be, let's see, I think it's gonna be Jinx. I'm a little worried because I only have one fire move here, but I think this kind of invalidates a lot of things. It's a good switch into a water move, potentially. If I can get the Eerie Impulse off turn 2, that's going to be really valuable, right? That's just going, maybe not. It could be Physical Blasters. Physical Blasters is going to throw a wrench in my plans. The problem is just like, there's so much stuff he could do, right? Like, he has so many different damage dealers on his team that like, yeah, I mean, there you go. Those are 2 different damage dealers on the team right there. So like, who knows what's coming out? The good thing here is that realistically he can't like do a max here. This is tricky. So part of me wants to max and say he's just gonna like click a electric move into me, and I'm going to get the I can like taunt the Blastoise, and then I can Eerie Impulse Zapdos, and he never gets any momentum. Especially if he like lets me. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and we're going to taunt the Blastoise to stop any sort of setup. If he doesn't proc weakness policy, we can Sludge Wave to get there. And then I think my Pokemon in the back deal with his Pokemon in the back pretty well. If he goes for an Airstream, we still have Electro Web pressure. But yeah, he Dynamaxes first, so it must be the Zapdos that maxed. And so I'm hoping that I just live this. I'm hoping that I don't like have to take a double up. No, it's the Blastoise. Okay, so Taunt is really bad. I guess we'll see what the Zapdos does then. I can't live 2 attacks, but I can live 1, and I should have... No, he has Sped. Wait. He has Sped. He's 2. I guess he doesn't know which one I'm maxing. Electro might have been better, but I didn't know that he was faster. So this is I don't know what Zapdos is going to do. But yeah, this is just like obviously not a great spot to max Togekiss. Maybe this was a mistake. But I don't know if I had a better thing to max Togekiss. So he could Eerie Impulse, that'd be bad. Volt Switch into Thundurus. That's specs. That has to be specs. Holy crap, that was so much damage. That was unreasonable amounts of damage. But it doesn't mean that I'm getting faster. That's important. After turn 1, I will be faster. This is Tentatil. This is Ferrothorn. So I can max Flare potentially. He goes for the Hailstorm. Does proc Yachi. But I think that still goes down. Maybe I don't. Like this is reasonably bulky. Okay. So I live it, and I should live the follow-up move. Hailstorm. Does the Blastoise have a physical ice move? That felt like special damage. That's very little, naturally. I don't really want to Sludge Wave here. I could Sludge Wave and then get Airstream. Let's see. What Ice Punch does it get? It gets Ice Punch, so it could be physical, but I don't think it would be. Here, I don't think he ever targets the Thundurus. And I guess we'll see, right? I could max Flare into Eerie Impulse and get somewhere, right? And then I also just keep the Thundurus alive for a turn because now I'm faster. What else can we switch into a max Flare? Neoligo would switch into a max Flare pretty well. Zapdos wouldn't mind taking a max Flare. There's an argument to just ignore the Ferrothorn because I can hit it with a fire move later and just like go for the Sludge Wave into... Yeah, I don't mind actually going for the Sludge Wave into Airstream here because then I actually lose the Thundurus, and that's pretty good for me because it means I get to put something else that does damage on the field. So let's just go for the KO here. And I don't think that Ferrothorn is going to be able to get there against my Togekiss, and if it does, if it tries to get there, then we will pick it up with the max Flare next turn. If he goes for, I don't know. Like, I mean, he must be going for a Steel move, right? But I think I kind of have to prioritize the Ferrothorn after this. I gave it a turn. I think I really should live the Scarab Ball, even though it's going to be base 150 power because I clicked Airstream twice. I don't think clicking Starfall would have made a difference. In fact, Starfall would have made us quick level this later. which is why I clicked this instead. But I better with this. Okay, yeah. So we're living with like very small margins, but you know that's really all you need. That's really all you need. So max flare is going to guarantee that took 36. I'm taking 10, so I actually live another one. Okay, so let's see. So it's probably. So we saw Blasters, we saw Zapdos. Zapdos could very easily come in. The other things that could come in: Togetic, Neoligo, and Komodo, all of which don't like Jinx. So we're going Jinx. Jinx is like pretty straightforward. If he is not Iron Defense Body Press, I don't think he powers through the... Oh, I also just have sub on Nidoking, so I can beat the Elite Seed sets here. So the options are just go for a Max Flare, or I can go for a Airstream into Ice Beam into Zapdos, which should pick it up, and then say I don't need the Togekiss anymore. But that's also saying that like... it's also saying that, yeah, actually, I think that's fine. I think that Nidoking gets there against everything else on the team. And not setting up Dry Skin is also really valuable for me right now at this like juncture of the game. And I'm pretty sure that Spec Zapdos, that did too much damage. It wasn't Life Orb. Okay, yeah, so he was predicting that that Max Flare. I was just, again, breaking my own sash is really bad here. I was not allowed to do that. So I'm glad I clicked this set of moves. I did that in testing a couple times and it felt really bad. Here, I think I just win the game now, right? Because I have Slice Shock into Neoligo, which should get rid of it. I have Fire moves into Ferrothorn, which should get rid of it. I have a Weakness Policy boost. I will go down to another turn of Hail Chip, but then I think that 2 Pokemon will beat him from here. I will go down to 2 turns of Hail Chip. I will, yeah. And of course, he can't be Sash Neoligo. I have the Airstream boost, so I have Speed Neoligo. Yeah, I mean that's pretty clean. We never saw the Blastoise item. We saw an Ice move, and that's it. Yeah, Weakness Policy Togekiss is putting in work. It actually really didn't need to be Weakness Policy. Like if I Electro Web Airstreamed, I think I would have gotten there too. So obviously he's going to be double protecting if he has it. If he doesn't have Protect, that's even better. Side Shock should just pick up anyways. Yeah, I don't think he has. Maybe he doesn't have Protect. Yeah, so that picks up. No Aqua Berry. Aqua would have been a little awkward potentially. Nah, I think Neoking still gets there. Side Shock, let's see. Yeah, no. What's the second Berry? I don't actually remember the name of that one. The crit certainly doesn't matter. It's no Sash. It could be Meteor Beam and Power Herb. Is just like the normal set, and that's kind of, you know, I have a bunch of flying types, but yeah, that's crazy. That he got 2 attacks off that game. You know, that felt really good. All right. So he now knows that he either has to double target Togekiss or not target it at all. He knows that Blastoise is faster, so he must be timid Blastoise. He correctly didn't bring Komodo. I don't think he ever gets to bring Komodo into my team with Togekiss and like 4 special attackers on it. He shouldn't be surprised by the fire move on Togekiss. That's pretty standard, especially since he has a Ferrothorn on the team. He predicted that. I gave it to him at the end game, but like it might have been funny to like not reveal it and pretend like I don't have it and then beat him with the Nidoking, but like it was better to definitely not show him the last Pokemon. Okay. So game 1 worked. Game 1 worked really well. Game 2, I think he tries to bring the Togetic. I think that's like probably the line that he goes for. Just because it is going to be very disruptive, I think. There are a lot of things that pressure Togetic here. It's like a lot of things. He could lead Neoligo. That would be pretty reasonable for him to do. So immediately pressuring that might be valuable. Something like Thundurus and Jinx is very passive, but puts a lot of pressure because I have Electro Web. And I have speed everything, so I just like immediately threaten everything. I think I need the Nidoking, and I think I need the... Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I just need Nidoking Togekiss no matter what. My gut says that special Blastoise, right? Like, I won that game because I was living things with very little HP, but the Thundurus set, if you remember, is pretty specially defensive. There's not very much investment in physical... And granted, most of the investment is in HP, but the extra investment is in special defense, so living that... Max Hailstorm tells me a lot, you know. I think it tells me something about this, and then okay, so let's see, what can you do here? Let's see, what can you do here? Okay, so the $1 million question here. I'm gonna click Electroweb, right? There's no reason not to. The $1 million question is, do I Side Shock or do I Ice Beam? And because I think it's Spec Zapdos, I think I'm going to Ice Beam. I think I'm going to say that he never gets to... He can protect Neoligo, potentially. He can't protect these Zapdos. I don't know if this picks up the KO, is the problem. But we're going to hope it does. He didn't... No! Oh, why? I hate this move. Side shock into the... yeah, okay, so that's bringing us down to Sash. Obviously, Dry Skin makes it super effective. See, I am faster than the Neoligo, so I still get the attack off, but I would have liked to KO this before it got the attack off. Not just outright. Yeah, oh man, that was a big miss there. That was a really big miss there. Maybe he gives me the... No, he did top target the Jinx. He identified that was the scary mom on the team. Yep, so that's fair. I have Nidoking in back, so Nidoking could be very annoying for him. We saw that, like... So here's the thing. So if I bring Nidoking in, he gets to protect, right? Realistically, he will protect. Or he brings in Togetic. Let's see. So he led Zapdos and the Iligo. He saw Heat Wave. I don't know what Heat Wave is for. I don't think it really... I guess specifically for Jinx, maybe. I think I have to go Nidoking just because Togekiss is doing so little. Man, it's gonna be very confusing. Togekiss would have done a little more there, obviously, but here the Earth Power is like very obvious. I could like... There's an argument to sub and taunt to stop any sort of setup play. I kind of like that play. If he like goes for another attack with Neoligo, he's risking it just going down. So we're going to taunt to stop any sort of like shenanigans, and we're going to substitute. I think, what could go wrong? He could switch in Blastoise, but like that's still going to have to eat the brunt of my attacks next turn. Substitute really just like stops Nidoking from taking too much damage. Blastoise is still going to be very difficult if it's in the back. I need to like position the Togekiss, so maybe I'm supposed to switch out, but like I don't think he's allowed to keep Neely going. And not protect it, or maybe he just maxes the Ferrothorn. Maybe that's just his line. I don't think that's maxing me, right? He knows it's a -1, he knows that Earth Power is going to pick it up. Yeah, so there's the Ferrothorn. So, you know, my taunts just constantly got into the wrong slot, man. This is a little annoying. But let's see what the, I think he's trying to KO the Nidoking here. Yeah, so there's the Protect. So that means that I'll be able to pick it up next turn. Unless he switches out. Obviously, we're going to sub, of course, just to guarantee that, get this attack off. Switching into, there's some Max Quake. Okay, so this must be, okay. So this is definitely going to be AV, right? I think it's it has 4 attacks. It's Bulldoze? It's got Quake for sure, right? So what I want to do is I actually want to switch out this this Nidoking into Togekiss, right? And then he doesn't get the second Max Quake off. I don't think he has another move that really kills Nidoking. If he Max Steel Spikes, that's a little awkward. I think realistically he's going to... I could sub again, that'd be kind of funny. I could protect, but I'm taking a decent chunk through Dynamax then. But I think he knows I have Togekiss back. So again, the options are protect, sub, and switch out into Togekiss. Thundurus is doing very little here. Thundurus is going to Eerie Impulse the slot that's now currently in the Iligo, and we're going to switch out into Togekiss and hope that I don't immediately die. I think he's going to switch out into his Blastoise. I think that's his play. Not outspeeding. It's going to be a little annoying, but you know, I do still have these 2 Pokemon. Eerie Impulse means hopefully I get to live and attack here. Right, it's going to be at -1 now. It didn't ever click Meteor Beam, but it clicks it now, so it might just have to miss. It might just hit the, it might just go... Oh no, it's probably trying to break the sub with this. But we'll see if he goes for a second Max Quake, I guess. That's the other thing that could happen. Yeah, so this has to be a second max quake. So this is neutral and oh no, this is Thunders. This is, oh, perfect, beautiful. Now he just has to not max Steel Spike. As long as it's not max Steel Spike, I am in a fantastic position here. Let's go. Oh, that's huge. Okay. So now the Neo King just always KOs Earth Power. I think I have to max Flare here just to guarantee that I pick it up. Actually, yeah. Let me count that. Togekiss is 236 special attack, modest. Flamethrower. I could also just double the thing into Ferrothorn with an Assault Vest. And we're just gonna say Flamethrower and Dynamax. Oh man, this is not doing. Holy, this is not doing anything. Okay, I am straight up going to double this Pokemon here with the Max Flare. If it KOs, it KOs. You can't protect it right here. If it doesn't KO, then I get the Earth Power off into it. Hopefully that picks it up. Obviously, it is going to be very, very bulky here with the 1+1 Speed Death Boost, but Max Flare is obviously going to still do a decent chunk to it. Not having Dynamax is a little... yeah, this might still let him get there. Maybe it's just a Earth Power. He didn't actually end up protecting in any sense, right? So, I mean, he might protect, but he didn't switch out. He protected. Oh, very good. Okay, so if Nidoking lives this attack, then I'm in a good spot. If I protected, then... oh, right, it doesn't get redirected because I am just inherently... Right, okay. Oh, that did so little. Holy shit. Maybe I was supposed to protect. If I protect Max Guarded, was I in a better spot? Not if he switched out Neoligo. That's the kind of issue here. But yeah, this Max Quake is going to do a chunk to Nidoking. Probably KO it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what's the scenario here? The Neoligo is at -1 speed and neutral special attack. The taunt is gone. I can Max Flare again, and then maybe he has Protect. He has... Okay. If he procs my weakness policy, I have a chance to KO. If he switches out, then he is back at neutral speed, and I have to Airstream on the last turn. He doesn't have Zapdos in back, and maybe he has like Komodo in back. Maybe he has Togetic, doesn't do very much, but like stops me from hitting the Neoligo, which is still bad. But really, at the end of the day, I just need to hit this Ferrothorn. Man, protecting would have been so good there. Okay, so he's going for the attack. So maybe, again, the hope is that whatever he has in back is not going to put a lot of pressure on this Togekiss. Max Flare picks it up because it's in Sun this time. Meteor Beam he already used that once. He doesn't have another Rock move. Holy crap. That's really important. He doesn't have another, but he could have clicked Sludge Bomb. He didn't want to proc weakness policy. He didn't want to proc weakness policy. That's the explanation. Okay. He didn't want to proc weakness policy. So, how do I out this thing? If I live a Meteor Beam into, I don't think that +2 Togekiss is going to do enough to this Blastoise anyway. Let's see. That's just, gosh, I hate this damage calc, dude. I don't want to face. Dazzle does not pick up. Okay, so but we did see that he was faster, so I'm going to have to Airstream this Neoligo just to try to get any sort of momentum. And if he goes for like an Ice Beam, he goes for a Shell Smash. Okay. If I had, it means it's whiter. It must be, right? Otherwise he wouldn't do that. He was faster. Okay, so he can miss the Meteor Beam here. Maybe that might be it. Yeah, no, this game's over. This game is very over. If he has any move that's not Meteor Beam, this game is so over. Yeah, that just picks up anyways. Oh, we get the crit. Okay. Like, I don't think it was picking up Dynamax even at +1, but like... Okay, so, moral of the story is... Protect. Just protect the Nidoking. He would have won the game. Okay, but that's fine. He brought the same 4 Pokemon, so I think he's going to bring the same 4 again. Different order. Maxing Pharaoh is obviously concerning, but it is AV. It is very clearly AV. So that's a pretty good sign that I should probably stop taunting it, I guess. Yeah, alright. So don't taunt the Ferrothorn. I didn't get to see an attacking move from the Blastoise, which is a little annoying. I would have liked to have seen if it was physical or special once it was undynamaxed, but still pretty sure that it is going to be... also that Electro Web. Yeah, I think if that Electro Web hit, I was in a fantastic spot, regardless of what he did. So, I could do that again. Yeah, I don't know what he does to that, right? Like, he doesn't have great options into this lead. This felt like a really good lead. I still want the Nidoking because of how it pressures the Neoligo. I still need the Togekiss, and I maybe just don't max the Togekiss. I maybe have to like play very conservatively with it. There's also an argument to use the Urshifu here, right, instead, and say that the Urshifu is going to pick up the Blastoise and the Ferrothorn. I guess close combat, obviously. Togekiss is good. Nidoking is there for specifically the... Nidoking is really bad into Blastoise, right? So maybe I don't bring Nidoking. I want the Urshifu. I think I need to switch up the Urshifu. I think that he's mostly special attacker, so Urshifu's going to put in a lot of work, especially if I can KO that Zapdos immediately. If I don't bring Togekiss, I'm really not respecting Ferrothorn, so I think I have to bring it. Being slower than Blastoise kind of sucks. But it is Shell Smash Blastoise, so like realistically, what is it going to do? It could be mixed, honestly. Like that again, that Ice move felt like it was off a special attack, but that doesn't exclude the possibility that he is mixed. Togekiss also needs to be there to respect the Komodo, although I do have a Jix, so like realistically. Okay, and alright. So this lead is probably the counter lead to my lead, right? Lovely Kiss puts on a lot of pressure onto him, right? So immediately clicking Lovely Kiss is probably game deciding. I can taunt to stop any sort of Shell Smash shenanigans as well. But that, obviously, he can just like not click Shell Smash. I am banking the game on hitting this Lovely Kiss. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay. Let's hit the Lovely Kiss. And we just see Protect. That's good to know, because he has Protect, Shell Smash, Ice move, so he must be special. Had to hit it. Absolutely massive. Really needed that to connect. Okay. So here, he has Ice, Water. He does not have a good coverage move to hit check, so he's going to switch it out. He has to switch it out into something that that wants to take this move, right? So I could Electroweb and Psyshock, and hit anything except for Zapdos, realistically. I think I just get to ignore the Ferrothorn. I think that, even if he takes a one-turn sleep, I'm still living on Sash. He has to like Ice Punch me, which is not incredibly high value. I have Pokemon that hit it in the back. This should KO. Electric's gonna do a decent chunk here. It's gonna proc it. Did I see the White Herb? Yeah, I did see the White Herb, I think. Let's go Psyshock. Big damage. Not quite big enough damage. There's the Shell Smash. Okay. But if the Ferrothorn stays asleep, he does not actually have a way to... Ferrothorn doesn't stay asleep, then obviously all bets are off. Yeah, huge. Okay. So another Electroweb probably gets there. I could Trick Room, but I really don't want to. His max Ice will not pick up. He could max with Geyser right here, right? I think we're just going to... okay, so if he goes for Protect is like pretty reasonable right here, right? I could max Lightning, that's not very good. I could switch out. I think he's going to Protect, but I don't have a great switch in, is the problem. we are going to Electroweb, and we are going to jam that button, try to switch in that Urshifu here. Yeah, there's the Protect, so good play there. Let's see how much Blastoise at -1 defense and no bulk takes a Urshifu. 76 attack, Adamant Urshifu. Wait, did I not get the switch out? Oh shit, I didn't get the switch out. Oh no. Damn it! Ah, that's awful. Holy crap. Ah, why? Why does this happen to me? Okay. So we do just have to go for the same set of attacks, I guess. That's so frustrating. Oh, I'm gonna lose because I timed out. I could max a Thundurus. I could max a Thundurus, right? It'll live in attack. It'll get the max Electric off, or max Poison off. Electroweb into Psyshock gets there. Electroweb into Psyshock loses 2 Pokemon. Lets me bring in... Sure, yeah, we'll just say it gets there. We'll just say it gets there. Well, it might really get there. What's it gonna do? He can't Water Spout, right? He can't, Blizzard wouldn't get there. He's maxing the Blastoise. He just wants that residual damage, I guess. He does take 2 KOs here. Man, oh man, I'm so annoyed that I timed out. It's so frustrating. Aqua Jet would have done 16 to 19 to non-max, so maybe it didn't pick up. But he doesn't have a way to hit it. I didn't have to. So Cannonade is going to do a decent chunk, but like not gonna actually hit Urshifu, which is valuable. Not Electrowebbing the damn, I timed out. It's so upsetting. I would have taken Gyro Ball and any Blastoise attack, which is why it's so frustrating. But we still have Dynamax. He's not. That's just value, right? That's what we're leveraging here. We're gonna double the Togekiss here. We're gonna double the Togekiss. Say that I'm going to double the. Oh my god. We're gonna max Airstream and close combat. We're gonna max Airstream and close combat. That's all there is to it. Neoliga. Okay. So by nature of being Assault Vest, I think I might build a little bit double up. Or is it supposed to? Am I supposed to max? No, I can't max the Urshifu here because I don't think I take that many attacks. I'm taking Meteor Beam too. This is gonna be very tough. I want to take the Airstream, and I need to hit the Neoligo with a Surging Strike. But if I take the Surging Strikes, then like, and he's close combat gets me there too. I would hope, really hope. Yeah, we just gotta. Okay, so there's the. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we did get to hit that with the hard move, right? We got to. We might get there. We have to live a Thunderbolt or potentially Volt Switch, and the Iron Barbs, and then Togekiss will take it out. Assault Vest is going to again be just absolutely huge here. If he like doubled up on Togekiss, I was a little afraid that he would KO it, and that's kind of what I couldn't avoid. But Volt Switch. That's still, we still have a turn of Iron Barbs here. We get the Airstream off. We're going to be able to max Airstream and Surging Strikes. We can't max Flare ever because of the. Okay, that's perfect. That's honestly potentially better than KOing it because it means that we get the Surging Strikes off into the. Yep, we don't get to take another one of those. We don't. We go down to a second one. Here's the Airstream into the Neoligo. Didn't do very much, but that's okay because Surging Strikes will still pick it up, and we are at +1 speed. He can't protect both sides. He will Cannonade, right? Okay, but we are immune to Cannonade, which is just absolutely massive here. Because now we get to max Airstream this slot. Is it max Starfall? the speed boost doesn't matter. The Starfall will hit a potential Zapdos switch in target. So that's going to be the play here. Speed boost does not matter in any capacity because we are faster than everything. Surging Strikes into Neoligo. If it's like a Zapdos switch in, we really just need to not get paralyzed. That's going to be really important. Because otherwise we just don't have a way to KO the Neoligo. Maybe Airstream into Aqua Jet gets there. But yeah, getting paralyzed from static is going to be really, really bad if that happens. I think he only has one play. I think he has to switch out Neoligo. No. I think we got there. I think we get there. Right, that's going to easily pick it up. Unless he has like a Rocky Helmet, we're good. Yep, there goes that. The Starfall is going to pick up this AV Ferrothorn because it's at like 3% HP. We have two Pokemon that outspeed the Zapdos, one of which is a weak to Policy Togekiss. He Starfall into Dazzling Gleam, Starfall into Surging Strikes. Man, if he just switched into Zapdos, he might have had a chance, but I don't know. I don't know what he was expecting. Look, I don't think I had. I think if he switched into Zapdos, it was just like does static paralyze, and I think that's odds in his favor. Static is what, 10? Is it 20%? 20% is around even odds. And now we just have to max Starfall and Surging Strikes again. I think we did it. That's not maybe enough damage. He shouldn't be able to KO the tokens. No, that's not damage. We got there. Oh boy. We did it. We're in finals. Oh man, can't believe it. That was tense. I thought I had lost it for sure after the Electro miss. I thought I'd lost it after the timeouts, but oh man, that was crazy. What a great game. Good games to call in. I mean, we broke his 6-game win streak, I think, 5-game win streak. So I mean, congrats to him for getting all the way to top 4, turning the season around. It was really impressive. It was great watching him, and make sure to check out his channel again. He doesn't make YouTube videos very often, but when he does, they're just so high quality. I love watching them. His Players Cup 3 run really inspired my content pretty heavily. So yeah, check out his channel. Good games, and I guess next week we're gonna be facing Jamie Boyt in finals. And I've got a whole other anecdote about him, so make sure to tune in. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure to click that like button, make sure to subscribe, and until next time, I will see you all later.